Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. I, on behalf of the whole sports promoters, welcome all the media fraternity here who has been coming to this place on a very short notice. Before we proceed, we are actually the main purpose of holding this press conference is the most loud game in the Kashmir Valley is football, which we all know. Kashmir Valley has been producing some of the great talents. Most of them have played. Some of them has played international as well as national, and has made us proud, all of us, when it comes to sports. The players who have represented at a country level and at the international level are also present in this vicinity, which you can see, which are sitting just behind you guys. The main purpose of calling this press conference is that as a sports promoter, we feel that the kids who are coming to the ground early morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, they are somewhere disappointed. Why they are disappointed and what has happened to this beautiful game, we just want to bring that in notice. The most important thing is that the recent scams that has touched this beautiful game. We have recently, I think last year only, we have hold a press conference at the same venue, at the same place, wherein we are trying to, we don't want to that this game should be known as a name and shame game. This is a beautiful game. The beauty of this game is that it should be played on the ground and off the ground with lot of, with all the spirit, all the players which they carry inside the ground, that should be outside the ground as well. That is why this press conference is today. As the sports promoters and as the sports lovers, we always wish that this game should excel like the other games which are excelling all across. Since the NEP is all around, NEP, the National Education Policy, is all around, now the kids who want to go to sports and play, nobody is going to stop them. Reason being, because your mathematics subject and your sports, if you are playing football for the sake of arguments, if you are playing if you are studying mathematics and you are playing football, you will be getting equal marks. So the barrier that what was before, now that has been broken by the recently this NEP 2020. In order to get all this, all the talent on the ground, we have to give them a free and fair, atmosphere across the arena. We have been, football was recently, it was recently, a lot of scams have around in and around football that has off late came into the media and all. And now many people called it as biryani scam or any other scam, what you call it. Now this famous game, which was very much, popular in this part of the world, we are at around the only game that was watched at a record of 30 to 40,000 people who used to watch this game. Now they are no more interested. Why? Because they have a big question mark in their mind. The people who are sitting at the back might have doing or thinking or planning some sort of scam called as biryani scam. Now coming back to this, this is I will love to share some of the documents later. If anybody from my media fraternity is interested and all, I am ready to share some documents, because whatever we will talk today, it will be backed by the documents, that too by the documents which are endorsed by the government agencies such as ACB and all. Now coming back to the biryani scam and other scams which we are talking about, baby league scheme, scam, then there was this Khelo India scam. The scams are so many. As a sports promoter, why we are here? We are here that my kid who wake up at 4:30 and want to go to ground, I don't want him to miss a day just telling me, Papa, there is a scam around, then tomorrow there will be another biryani scam or some other scam, I will not go. And ultimately we will dent the game, which is a beautiful game. We have legacy of this game. We have been producing national, international players from this place without having any facilities. Now imagine when every facility is at our doorstep. Despite that, if we are not able to excel in this game, or if we are not able that to, our kids should be motivated enough to go to the ground and hold, uniformity, and when we, talk about this beautiful game. Now, coming back to the elections and other things, last year, 12th May 2022 was the time when the elections for, the date was announced. But since there are so many other things which was surrounded by so many other things, and the people who are trying to hijack this without naming this, because there are agencies already, there are officers and there are offices who have been designated the job to address this problem. I am not the right person. I am not the authorized person. We are not the authorized person to tell someone whether he has cheated or he has not cheated. The only thing is that the government has their own agencies, like there is ACB, a very prominent. We have put our all trust on ACB and all. They have already given an like FIR on the name of 4 persons, without naming the person, because for that we have the FIR copy with us. Only 1 person till date has been detained. He is still out on bail. But why other 3 are not being touched if there is a FIR on those people? That is the question number 1, which we need to answer later, or we want that authorities or whosoever is at the helm of affairs, let them answer those questions. That is the question number 1. Question number 2, which is very important, that is, how do I assure my kid going to the ground, or as a sports promoter, how do I assure that these sort of scams doesn't happen in near future? That is the concern as a sports promoter. This fraternity is very much concerned that what is the guarantee that these things doesn't happen in the future? I think if you ask me as a sports promoter, I can only say one thing, that is a free and fair election with all the guidelines, with all the constitution that is set by the All India Football Federation has to be followed in letter and spirit. Because if that is not followed in letter and spirit, then this beautiful game will be again called by, maybe not this time by the biryani scam, maybe by some other bad name, which we don't want go down into the line. We don't want our kids that they should not have a doubt of an iota in their mind that this beautiful game will be ever touched by any scam, such as the previous scams that has recently happened. We are also holding like some of the papers which are with us, like the recent FIR that is like the copy of that is on 11/4/2023. This is a Secretary Sports Council. This is the letter what we want to show. This is the letter which clearly says that the investigation is going on. But according to us as a sports promoters, the investigation is only on the papers. If the authorities, if the people who are at the helm of affairs, if they really are serious about this thing, we want a free and fair election should happen first. Second, all those people who have been named in the FIR should be barred from contesting any sort of election in coming future. That's number 1. Number 2, that the list is so long. If we go through the list and all these, then it's an endless thing, because all the papers which we are trying to pile up from last couple of days only, it is piling up. There are people who are actually putting the amount which has been coming to the for the welfare of the football has gone to their personal uses. We have proofs for that as well. If anybody later wants to have any document regarding whatever we are talking or pertaining to this press conference, pertaining to this press conference, can have the documents from us. Apart from that, the scams which were started from 2017 has not left us. Recently there is a big scam which will be seriously coming up in coming days. That is the COVID fund scam. There has been a lot of fund done during the COVID. But tell me, my dear friends, I will ask a simple question to you before I take your questions. Was it possible to hold any event of football in COVID times? When I was not able to get milk for my kids, when it was a time I was not able to get rice for my home, when it was a time I was not able to get my kids to the school, how was it possible that you have done all the events in the COVID? So this is again the scam will be coming up, and this time it will be called as COVID scam. Now I don't want these young kids get disturbed with all these visuals that we are talking about. They will be only telling me one thing as a sports promoter, that you are only talking from biryani scam, then there's a baby league scam, there's a Mufti Memorial scam if I'm not wrong, now the COVID scam. Now how many scams and when this is going to end? The question mark for this whole of us, why we have all assembled here. You can see the hall is full pack. Why? They are all concerned people. They don't want this beautiful game to be called as a, to be named and shamed. So further, for any technical, for any questionnaire or any technical, technicalities into it and all that, I am joined by my 4 colleagues. If at all you have any question answer, please you can ask us. We are ready for your questions.
Hi, this is Sarosh from News 18. A day before this letter was published, on 10th of April, this is 11th of April, 10th of April, Mr. Kalyan Chaubey, who's the president right now, he had come to Kashmir and he had met all the stakeholders and he had made a lot of promises. Have you guys participated in that meeting?
Yes.
Held at Polo Hill, right?
Yes. Yes.
So he had promised a lot of things. Has he fulfilled those promises?
Okay. See, I tell you one thing. When it comes to bureaucracy and if you want to something happen, it doesn't happen overnight. brother, right? Rome has not been built in a night, in a day. It takes some time, but the only thing is that I can assure you, the present team which is working for the betterment of football, we assure that whatever commitment has been done by any prominent bureaucrat or any office bearer from all India Football Federation, what we are trying from our, what we can do as a promoters, as a sports promoters, we only assure that all those things has to be done in letter and spirit, and we are following, our team is following on those things, whatever respected Kalyan Chube sir has, like promised it for the betterment of sports, we are on it. As a team, we can only assure the follow-up, that whatever they have to do, that is decided by them only.
And my last question,
yeah, please.
That you were saying that during COVID there has been a big scam.
Yes, it's a like, see, I tell you one thing, what is a scam? You have got the funds during the COVID, and you are claiming that there were a lot of events happening. As a sports promoter, I am asking you, as a, as a common man, I am asking you, was it possible in COVID time to hold, or have you seen any tournament going during COVID? We were struggling to get out of our homes. We were struggling to get our food at our place. So how was it possible? We have all the documents with us later. If you want a copy of that, we can give you the copy that there has been a funding during the COVID time and there was no event held.
So that's what I was going to ask
yes.
you, that there are legit documents. You're saying that,
yes.
That it's mentioned there that, during COVID there were some funds released
yes,
for the
brother.
particular games.
We have a copy with us. If you want later to collect the copy, we can get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, so please. Chalo, thank you. Very much, anybody?